We are back with more What's Now, and it is the holiday season, and budgeting can be a tough thing to do during this time. So I spoke recently with an author of a book all about financial freedom, and he has some tips on about how you can keep your holiday budget on par. Let's take a look.
Consumers have been cutting into their savings more than ever, and expenses are likely to increase as the holiday season approaches. We're here with creator of Millennial Money and the Financial Freedom Summit and author of best-selling book Financial Freedom, Grant Sabatier, to share tips on how viewers can take control of their finances and still tackle holiday spending with confidence. Grant, thanks for being here.
Glad to be here.
So we've seen your best-selling book, Financial Freedom, a proven path to all the money you will ever need. So tell me what inspired you to write this book.
Yeah, so the book follows my journey from being broke at the age of 24 and having to move back home with my parents to 5 years later reaching financial independence with over $1.25 million saved. And through that journey, I learned that a lot of what I'd been taught about money and a lot of what's taught about money in our culture is not only outdated, it's actually incorrect. Starting with the simple idea that time is money and money is time. That's the biggest myth of all, because you can actually always go out and make more money, but you can't get back your time. So here we are making this huge trade-off, and our entire financial system is built on it. I realized that was just a myth. And once I realized that, I started digging in. I read over 360 personal finance and investing books, launched 2 companies, saved 80% of my income, and learned a whole lot about money after reaching financial independence, and wanted to share with others not only what I had done, but how they could do it too, because life is too short to be stressed about money. And at the end of the day, money only matters if it helps you live a life you love. And I felt like I had something to share.
You know, that's such good advice, and it really flips everything that at least I've thought about money on its head. And, you know, we're heading into the holiday season. It's already here, in fact. So what advice and tips can you offer as far as time and money?
Yeah, so very practically, a lot of people don't spend enough time when they're shopping online just digging a little bit deeper into the results. We often just go to our favorite e-commerce website, search for what we're looking for, and think that it's going to be the best deal. But we live in an age in history when it's never been easier to comparison shop. You just have to scroll a little bit further down on Google or even go to the second page. So when you think about the time value of money, just spending an extra 10 or 15 minutes diving deeper and looking for a better price can often pay off, especially because there's all these websites out there that are a little bit more under the radar where you can get a better deal on that product. The other thing that really is kind of a pet peeve of mine is just recurring expenses. The holidays is actually a great time to dig into those expenses that you pay every month and evaluate them. Did they make you happy? Are you being overcharged? Or can you find a better deal? A simple one is just your cable service. There's so many lower cost ways to watch your favorite shows for less. And then your cell phone bill. The average American pays thousands of dollars more than they need to for their cell phone bill these days. Last year, my wife and I saved over $2,000 just switching to total wireless. And the average family of four can save over $1,200 switching to a total wireless. And just doing 5-minute search comparing your rates to some of the more affordable no contract providers can help you save massively just for 5 to 10 minutes of your time.
And how can we avoid overspending during this holiday season? And also, do you have any recommendations on how to set yourself up for financial success as we head into a new year?
Yeah, the first thing is you think about gift buying. Instead of buying what you think people would want, just ask them what they want. We often spend a lot of time on gifts that people don't need or they don't want or their priorities have changed. And this is the perfect year for transparency. Just come out with it. What do you need? What do you want? What would make your life better, as opposed to just wasting money on something that someone won't need? And the other thing, if you're strapped for cash, it's the year of the personal gift. If you like baking cookies, bake cookies for your friends, for your family. If you like woodworking, make something for the people that you love. That personal touch this year, I think, will go extra far. And so, don't overthink it, but make sure you ask the people, what they want to set yourself up for success in 2021. It all starts with being honest with yourself about your money. We often only look at our finances when we get into debt or when we're preparing our taxes, but just take 5 minutes a day just to look at your money and build a relationship with it. It's hard to build a relationship with a friend you only look at or see once a year. And so spending a little bit more time with your money helps make it easier to evaluate whether spending money on something will actually be worth it, whether it will make your life richer. And so start that habit now. Just spend 5 minutes a day with your money in the morning, maybe with your morning coffee, even if it's a little uncomfortable at first. That's going to set you up for success in 2021 and even beyond.
Where can we get more information about everything you've talked about today and also find your book?
Yeah, you can find my book at any of your local bookstores. Support your local bookstores, especially during this time. You can also find it online at Amazon or any bookstore or your local library, probably for free. You can learn more about some of these tips at my website, millennialmoney.com. And just as I mentioned, just take 5 minutes to compare your current cell phone plan with Total Wireless at totalwireless.com.
Well, thank you so much, Grant, for this great financial information tips to help us save money and save time.
Have a happy holiday.